Hey everyone, how's it going? Um, I think the subject of anxiety is so relevant, especially now. Who does not have anxiety? It's just something that I think we live with, but it's important to address, recognize. And so I'm just going to go ahead and do a very brief little presentation just as a refresher, a reminder. And for those who are new, it's a good way to just kind of bring your focus to that subject so that we can begin to shift and address it properly. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen and show the presentation. Uh, Here we go. So again, for those who are new, the method that I teach is the Omnium method. It's my own methodology. It's really is quite sophisticated, I want to say, because it includes all kinds of tools and methods. It's not just this one thing. But today we're going to focus, like I said, on just this one subject that I feel is very relevant. And so when we think, when we have strong emotions, we trigger this field around us. These are all bubbles of emotions and bubbles of clusters of thoughts that are keeping us totally stuck. And so when this happens, we have anxiety because we are not processing the information. All of this accumulated emotion and these thoughts are kind of blocking our stream, the stream that's coming from source that keeps us clean and safe and connected. And so when this is blocked, it triggers this sense of separation, therefore anxiety. But like I said, it's important to recognize the root cause. In other words, what started this whole thing? Is it just your thoughts? Is it just your emotions? Or is it something else? Again, in my method, I stress on the fact that the more clear we are on what the root cause is, the faster and the more powerful, the more efficient way it will be to shift. Because if it's kind of this vague idea, then the shifting is also vague. So could it be something chemical? We talked about that last time. Is it something you ate? Is it your hormones acting up? Are these drugs you're taking? Is it structural? Again, sometimes you could be off. Your alignment, your spine, or something could be off. You don't realize it because it's kind of subtle, but still, it creates this internal kind of this vibration of being off. That triggers anxiety. Of course, emotional, just going through emotions, getting stuff completely piled up, of course, triggers anxiety. So you could be sad, confused, whatever. That whole package is then piled up, and what is added on is this anxiety. Energetic internally. So energetically, you could be off. So it's not something physical, it's not emotional, it's your energetics that are completely off. Or external, somebody from the outside stepped into your field, they're off, they throw you off, just like that. Or the collective, like I said, sometimes you wake up, you have no reason whatsoever, and you have this sense that something is off in the entire world, and yet you feel it. You're the one that's struggling through it. And so the first thing to do is to ask the question, how do you feel? Where do you feel it in your body? And so, of course, you can do medical testing, kinesiology, all kinds of stuff. But today we're going to focus on getting your own guidance. And so, how do I figure out what exactly I feel? We know it's anxiety, but what type of anxiety? And where do I feel it in your body, in the body? So let's say Last time we talked about figuring out by speaking to your heart. You imagine that your heart is a separate person, it's a separate entity. You just pretend. And when you do that, you're more objective. So you imagine that your heart is a different person and you're asking the question, is it chemical? Is it structural? Is it emotional? And you'll get the response. I'm going to guide you through this, so don't worry about it. Another quick tool that we can learn is, let's say you have chronic headaches. When you have anxiety, it triggers a headache every single time. So you want to focus on the headache, on the brain, and then you want to look at the space around it, outside of it. It's almost like the energy field of the brain. Okay, so if you feel it in the front of the brain, you focus on that part. If you feel it in the back, then you focus on that part. But then you focus on the space around it. That space that's around the area contains all of the information about what's going on. So we will focus on the organ itself that is triggered with anxiety, and we'll ask the same questions. And then you will see that you will receive all kinds of responses, and you'll know exactly if it's chemical, if it's structure, if it's emotional, and you'll know exactly how to shift it. So here we have two very, very simple tools. I'm going to walk you through it, like I said. And what we do is, once we have located what we're feeling, what is the root cause, then we're going to bring this clearing energy and we're going to just wipe it out, basically. We're going to bring it through our whole body down. And as it goes through the body, it basically cleanses, it wipes out whatever information that we just found. So first, we bring up the information. It's like we're highlighting. We highlight the root cause. We know exactly where and what it is, and then we bring this this source light to cleanse it. Okay, super simple, super easy, but yet super, super effective. Last time we did this, a lot of people felt the immediate shift. And so if we train ourselves to use these simple tools, then we're not keeping this around us. We are right away assessing what is the problem, very specific, targeted type of clearing. It's not just this vague thing. Use this tool too, and then off you go. All right, super simple, super clear. I hope so. Let's begin. And instead of just me kind of just speaking to whoever, I'm going to bring in someone, a volunteer. First of all, any questions? Michael, do we have any questions?
I'm sorry about that. I was typing something in the chat.
Okay.
I put a welcome out to everybody and asked them to go ahead and ask any questions here. So we're just waiting for a few, but everyone's saying hello and they're excited to be part of this today. So thanks again.
Okay, cool. All right. So we don't have questions. So let's go ahead and bring. Do we have a volunteer? I believe, here we go. Yvonne, you are our volunteer for today. So let's practice. Hey, Yvonne.
Hi, Karen.
How are you, honey?
Good.
Where are you calling from?
From the Netherlands.
Awesome. Yay. Does it make sense to you what I just explained, and why it's important to be very specific, as opposed to, I don't feel good, there's something going on, I get a headache. Of course, maybe not you. Somebody would take a pill, wait for it to pass, or do a meditation, wait for it to pass. This is good. Okay, we want to do the meditation, but it's going to come back again. And so because you have a pattern, and so when you train yourself to be that specific and go through this very simple exercise, you go exactly there, you pick up the exact reason, and boom. The next time it will be a split second, and eventually it won't come back again. Make sense?
Yes.
All right, here we go. So tell me a little bit about your anxiety.
Well, it started like last Thursday evening. All of a sudden, I felt very much anxiety, and accompanied by a very, very cold back. So where I feel
Back
cold
start.
back. Yes, my back feels very, very cold, and well, I already tried to find out a little bit more, but I didn't succeed too much, I think, because it's still there.
Okay. So we already have a good sense that it's anxiety and it's in the lower back or mid back. Where is it exactly in the back?
No, more in the top of the back, in the heart area.
Okay, very good. So I want you to focus. First of all, we go back to the steps. We're going to, everybody can do this and focus on the point, the part of the body that, you know, is relevant to them. But for Yvonne, let's go ahead and take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Every time you exhale, just relax, bring your focus to your heart. And again, breathe in through the nose. And when you exhale, again, bring the focus to your heart. Relax your muscles, relax. So we're going to do the two techniques. Now, I want you to focus on your heart. And imagine that it's a separate person. It's outside of you. As if you're having a conversation. And when you ask the question, is the anxiety that is stored in my back due to emotions? How does your heart react? If it's open, it means no, you're fine with emotions. But if it is constricted, it means it's emotional.
It's a little bit constructed.
Little bit.
Contracted, yes.
Very good. Now, what about chemical? How does your heart react? Is it chemical? Is it something you're eating that is giving you an allergic reaction?
No.
No. Okay. Is it structural? How does your heart react? Structural, meaning your spine could be off, your muscle tension, cartilage.
Actually, I didn't expect it, but it feels pretty condensed.
Very good.
So, yeah.
Very good. And I like it that you said you didn't expect it because you didn't project. You didn't imagine that would be it. So it means
I thought my spine is fine, so there's nothing there.
Okay. So it doesn't have to be the spine. It could be a vertebra that's off or something. Very good. So so far we have structural, we have a bit of emotional. Now let's go to internal energetic.
Yes.
Very good. External energetic.
No.
Okay. Collective.
A little bit, not a lot.
Okay, so that's pretty good. Structural, emotional, a little bit energetic, which makes sense because when we have something off, it triggers those emotions. Very good. I want you to take a deep breath in and mouth. And now focus on that part of your body. And now draw a line as if you were looking at the space around the body, around that part of the body. So you're concentrating on that part, and then you're looking outside it, the layer right outside. I want you to focus on the space right outside that part of the body, as if there was all kinds of information. It's a story. It's the story behind what's happening in that space. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So breathe in through the nose. As you exhale through the mouth, begin to tune in, to tap into that story. And whatever comes up, whatever, it doesn't have to make sense. Maybe you see color, maybe you see a person, maybe you see a symbol, whatever comes up, just say it.
I see a very dense, dark energy.
Okay?
I see a very vague my mom.
Aha!
And even vaguer, I see my daughter.
Okay, so when you tune into these images, what is the message? Don't forget, we're dealing with information, a story. What about your mom? What's the energy that's emanating from her?
Making me small and very sort of pushing me down.
Excellent, excellent. Now I want you to focus on your daughter. Same thing. What is the message? Like, what do you feel when you focus on that?
There's a little bit of negativity coming from her.
Okay. What kind? Is it neediness? Is it anger? What's try to just feel. It doesn't have to make sense.
Yeah, it's some sort of radiance
Mm-hmm.
of no, it's not anger. It's more, what is it? Loneliness.
Sorry?
Loneliness.
Okay. Is it her loneliness?
Yes, I guess, yeah.
How is it making you feel?
Sad.
Okay. And stressed, like guilt. So you see, now we have more of the story.
Yeah.
Structural, it's emotional, it's because of your mom and your daughter. So now that we have all of these specific components, I want you to put them all together. Focus only on those things. There's something structural, there's something emotional, and your mother's energy, your daughter's energy, these four things, okay?
Yes.
I want you to focus on these four specific things in that part of your back. Now, visualize a very, very beautiful, cleansing, purifying light right above your head. This light has the ability to wipe out any frequency, any information that you have now selected, those things that are contributing to your imbalance. All right, just put that intention, visualize this light right above your head, and feel it. Can you do that?
Yes.
Feel how powerful it is. It's all source, pure source energy. Begin to bring it down through the top of your head, and it starts to clear and cleanse and clear and cleanse. It goes in through every cell in your head. Everybody can do the same thing, by the way. You all can do that. That's relevant to you. Okay, Yvonne? Now it's all the way down into your jaw, your throat. Visualize how bright it is, like it just wipes out anything that's negative, especially the frequencies that you have brought forth. It's filling every cell in your shoulders. And now bring it very specifically around the area of your back. And visualize all this stuff is just being wiped out. Your structural misalignment is being realigned. The emotions are wiped out, deleted completely. Your mother's frequency, whatever negative was coming out of her, is wiped out. Your daughter, everything that is misaligned that's contributing to those feelings is completely wiped out, and it's a completely new, clean slate. And now bring it down further. Now you can see that whole area is completely clean. There's nothing there. Bring it down through your stomach, your lower back, and it's spread through your arms as well. And from your lower back, it goes through your thighs, your knees, your feet, and out through the bottom of your feet, because it's clearing and cleansing out of your body. Let this energy just kind of unfold a little bit more so that the rest of the body can now catch up. The rest of the body is feeling more aligned, more centered, more clear. There's a little bit more around your shoulders. Just push it out. Very good. Excellent. Very good. All right, my dear, bring your focus back to your heart. Slowly take your time. And tell me what you feel. So when we started out, you had this cold, constricted feeling. How are you feeling now?
I feel as a whole, and I'm much warmer.
Warmer.
Which is really, really nice. And yeah, I feel tingling and sensation all over my body, which is also very, very nice. I can sit here for hours, I think, meditating. Yeah.
Fantastic.
The anxiety has disappeared.
Yay!
Yeah.
What else are you feeling other than the physical sensations? Anxiety's gone.
Yeah, I have a big heart. It's warm. It's sort of enlarging, sending waves out. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah, it feels. I feel a lot. It feels like there's a lot more space in my body.
There you go.
In my energy field as well.
Amazing.
Less dense. I feel, larger.
Yeah. Very good. So how long did it take? 10 minutes. But also the difference is, instead of you like using an app or doing something in a vague way, you have shifted and addressed the root cause of your anxiety in a very precise way. Do you see the difference? Do you see why this has to do specifically with you, the pattern that you are, that is relevant to you? So somebody else is going to have a similar back problem, but it's because of their boss or because their husband or something. So it's important to address the root cause that is affecting us. Does that make sense? That's why this is such a simple, clear tool, and it gets you exactly there. Make sense?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Fantastic. So you know what to do next time.
Yeah.
Anybody else? Any other questions, comments? She feels great. She has a big smile on her face. You look younger too for some reason. All right. Anybody else?
This was really cool to watch, and everyone just wants to tell Yvonne thank you. You have so much courage and bravery to do this with us live, and it was just amazing to participate with that. I hope everyone else kind of went through this exercise as well. I certainly did while I was trying to mod the chat. And Caroline's right; it does feel a lot more personal when you can work out some of those underlying issues by yourself, but with her, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because it's affecting you in this way. It's not this general one-size-fits-all thing. That's why these types of tools, this methodology, gets you to understand who you are and how you are storing information. Anybody else has an experience that they want to share before we sign off?
Well, there's a few questions, and one, if I may, real quick, can somebody get the same benefit out of this if they watched a replay of the live stream versus participating in it live?
Yes, absolutely, 1000%. I have people who do sessions that I've done 10 years ago, and they're able to shift all kinds of things, even addictions. So because this is information, it's beyond time and space, it exists, it has that potential. No matter when you listen to it, how you listen to it, it's already there and it's active. So, just think quantum mechanics, or whatever you want, it doesn't matter. The point is it transcends time and space, and it 100% works. I have a massive library on my website, carolinecorey.com, like 600 sessions and classes that I've done over 15 years. And so people are still doing stuff, like I said, from 10 years ago and getting the exact same results, and even more sometimes. So it's crazy. All right, anything else? Anybody else? Did anybody have a cleansing experience?
Several people actually said so in chat. Before the session, Caroline, there were some people that had talking about their specific anxiety or pain issues, but I'm hoping that they participated in the exercise, unless you want me to share with you what some of the specific things were. No,
just as long as it was shifted, as long as they did get the results that they were looking for.
Someone in the chat brings up that basically with the same method, they were able to stop a bad smoking habit.
Yes. So I have an addiction series. People are able to completely clear addictions just doing those things online that I've done 10 years ago. This stuff works. It's very powerful because it is precise. Okay?
And we put the links in chat, so if anyone's watching now or down the road, if you look at omniumuniverse.com and then /healing sessions, you can find those online.
Awesome. Yvonne, thank you so much. You were awesome. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much for joining. You know what to do. Take care.